Trials are besetting me, but never I repine. Grace to overcome them all from day to day is mine. Just the blessings that I need, He always will allow. Jesus keeps me happy, for He knows how. He knows how. Yes, He knows how. Heavenly joys I'm having here and now. All the way to glory, I shall tell my story. Jesus keeps me happy, for He knows how. All the world looks brighter every day as on I go. More and more I love my Lord, as better Him I know. Yonder I shall praise Him with a sweeter voice than now. Jesus keeps me happy, for He knows how. He knows how. Yes, He knows how. Heavenly joys I'm having here and now. All the way to glory, I shall tell the story. Jesus keeps me happy, for He knows how.
I like that, Brother Eddie. I hadn't heard that in a good while, and it's good to say. And Brother Eddie, I put in a request. I wish you'd pull out a new one every week. There's a bunch of good songs in that red hymnal that we haven't ever sung around here, and I know most of them. And there's a few in there I don't know, but it's a great hymn book, and we just sing the same ones over and over again. I'd like to have some of them that we haven't sung, and some of them you need to learn, and your children need to learn to be a blessing to them. Thank you for singing that good old song. He knows, and He does know how, and I'm glad He does. It's good to see each of you here tonight, and it is prayer meeting time, and we want to take a request of prayer here in just a minute. Of course, Miss Tina, we just mentioned that. Brother Jerry they finally met with a doctor. They're going to do his procedure on November the 6th that we mentioned. They shifted things around and delayed it, but it'll be November the 6th, so keep that in your prayers as you pray, and keep remembering Brother Tommy and Miss Donna and them in your prayers, and Miss Lila, and pray for Brother Keith and Miss Tammy about their eyes. And Brother Coach Smith's dad is still about the same, and he's there in Greensboro. And Coke has to go every other week in. Him and his sister alternate. And praying for them, pray for Brother Coke's dad. Brother Ben Couch's mom, they've had to put her back in the hospital, kind of a situation with her mind, and so pray, Lord, help her. She's got Alzheimer's or dementia real bad or something along that line. So be praying about that situation if you would. And let's be praying for our missionaries. The Lord will be with them. Especially I was looking at things going on in the Philippines, the storms and the eruption of the volcano. And Brother Brandon had a trip scheduled, and they had to cancel the schedule for the trip to the Philippines. But let's be praying for our Philippine missionaries. The Lord bless them. And we've got 2 or 3 different ones that our hearts are tied to over there. Let's keep them in our prayers, as well as all of our missionaries. And it is Missions Night, and we're going to take our missions offering here in just a few moments. And we're going to do some other projects as well. This particular project I mentioned tonight is something for you to get involved, hands-on, families to get involved. And we'd like for you to have a part in that, putting it together yourself with your children. And I think that'll be a real blessing to them, all right? Let's see. I'm trying to think. Brother Scott was in the hospital, and his heart rate dropped down to something like 30. And really, and Angie had to call the ambulance and get him to the hospital. He spent the night in the hospital. They've determined, they think it's something to do with his thyroid, And so you pray for him. The Lord, they're giving him medicine to try to get that regulated. But y'all keep Brother Scott. I'm glad he's here tonight. I'm glad people are praying when we call on folk to pray. I'm glad they pray. We send out these prayer requests. Rosie sends them out, and I send them out. The men send out their prayer requests, and we appreciate those that engage in prayer. And I believe God's a God that still answers prayer. By the way, prayer meeting again tomorrow night at the Porter Farm, and we'll be praying. And also, I guess I need to mention this. This is not a prayer request, but just an announcement. If you haven't signed up for our picnic, now that's just a Saturday week, a week from this Saturday, and is our picnic. And if you got how many's coming, we'd like to know. There's a sign-up sheet for that. And they were going to try to have was it a barbecue cook-off? Chili cook-off, yeah. And I just see a couple signed up for that. But we've got some that's down here for a cake walk, for the senior cake. And boy, there's some of y'all, I wished I could appoint on that, because I'd get in every one of them games and try to win them. All right. But anyway, going to have, and a cake walk for the children. And so some sign up. That's for those that will bring cakes. We'd appreciate that, all right? And that'll help us, and we're looking forward to that. Of course, we don't forget about the candy. We give the children candy, and we'll be putting that over in the old choir loft, so we'll do that until we get